Hey everyone, so I had another video set up for this weekend, but I feel like, as you all know, once in a while, and actually probably a little more than once in a while, honestly, I feel a need to address something as sort of like a PSA. Because look, I'm not just a channel that wants to like inform you about stuff. I want you to also play the games or do the beer money apps responsibly. I think it's a duty of mine in order to do that. And so that's where I want to talk about this. So I've been seeing these threads more often on Reddit, talking about how, especially with free to play players, that they've been playing constantly, just boosting, being consistent with ads, did a bunch of arcade games, mini games, surveys, the AMP program, and all that. And they get to a point where they feel like they just can't go anymore and they're just completely burned out. But it seems like there's a lot of people who are just like not quite ready to throw in the towel. And they're just sitting there and just wondering, hey, should I do this? And then they go out and post and stuff like that. Well, I'm not going to spoil this one for you. My advice on this is very simple. Yes, take a break. Absolutely. And this is a PSA for y'all. This game, Atlas Earth, is not worth your mental health. If you get burnt out on this game, then yes, absolutely take a break. Don't even like watch my videos. All right, look, yeah, I'm telling you guys, don't watch my videos or get guides on Atlas Earth or anything. All right, matter of fact, I have a second channel and I'll post a video at the end of this that you can look at, and I'm gonna start posting around once a week. Maybe I'm gonna skip this week, but around once a week where y'all can see me talk about other topics that are not related to Atlas Earth or beer money, because this stuff is exhausting. Look, it's making me exhausted. Do you know how many times I've had to take a break? Do you know how many times that I've been wanting to just take another 6-7 month long hiatus just because I've been so exhausted? Now, part of that is because I got some personal issues and I'm finally getting them addressed this weekend, and I'm finally going to be ready to move on from those personal issues that I'm dealing with in my own life. However, even then, you will still suffer from burnout. You will still suffer from, look, 25 months, that is incredible, dude. That's longer than I've done at one time in Atlas Earth. This guy's an absolute MVP here. This guy's a POG. You got to be kidding me, man. That's crazy. Yeah, absolutely take a break. Now, I do recommend that you go back to the game and boost 3-4 times a day, but honestly, you don't even have to do that, man. If the game is really not worth, the game is not worth your mental health, all right? If the game is causing you to get completely burnt out and you don't want to do it anymore, then yes, absolutely, just stop playing, all right? Look at how many times I have had to change my schedule around with videos on Beer Money Engine because I'm fatigued, because I'm tired. And I cover this stuff. I make money covering this stuff. I could only imagine what it's like for a free-to-play player who's only doing this to earn $5 a week. It's an absolute grind. That's why I've said Atlas Earth is not for everyone. Look back at the upper echelon video. And you know what? The only reason why I'm even grinding as much as I am is because I have a set goal on this channel where I plan to get 4,000 parcels by the end of the year. I don't even know if I'm going to do that. I might just quit halfway. I don't know. But I'm trying. I want to try to get to 4,000 by the end of the year, but I'm very well aware too that I have some mental blocks that are keeping me from really pushing. Also, I live a very busy life. I don't just do Beer Money Engine. I'm also a software engineer. I host a tabletop baseball league. Yeah, you guys have seen that if you've seen my stream as well. But what I'm trying to say is that, yes, go out and live life. That's the entire point of this channel, is like to give you the money that you need in order to go out and enjoy life a little better, not to push yourself to the absolute limit. We've done that. And there's a big reason why I've been really pushing, especially since March, realizing that the most important thing that you have is time. And look, as much as I have called out Upper Echelon on his crap, one thing he's right on is that time is a precious commodity. And I've been saying that too on this channel. Now, I was originally going to save this for like towards the end of the summer of Atlas, but I have been noticing the burnout increasing on a lot of players. And I'll be honest with you, it's been kind of that way with me too. I am being asked to like, look at certain things when new features for Atlas Earth comes up, but honestly, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be doing a lot of that after the end of this year. I might do some fun with landmarks, do some whale watching, but I'm thinking about taking the game a little lighter after the end of the year, maybe even earlier. I don't know where I'm going to be. It is way too much for someone to handle to have to grind something like this and be obsessed with something like this. Okay? I want y'all to, if you're going to play this game, if you're going to do any beer money apps, Benjamin, Bridge, One Pulse, Paid Viewpoint, whatever, enjoy it. Enjoy it, or just do it for a short amount of time and get a set goal. I know when I start the beer money portfolio soon, I'm probably going to be like starting to do it in spurts rather than just doing it like as a continuous stream as I did the last year and a half. And maybe I should do that to kind of show you guys that yes, it's okay to take a break. Yes, it's okay to just deal with the burnout, go away for a little while, and then come back. Okay? And I know I've seen a lot of replies in the comment section here talking about this too. All of this right here. So a lot of people have been talking about how burned out things are getting too, especially with ads. Yes, the ads on Atlas Earth right now have been absolutely insane, especially with the minigame ads. I keep getting this issue where the buttons at the very bottom just don't like they kind of get below the bar on my Android, and it becomes a real problem. It really is, especially with minigames. I did find out later that apparently if you click it just above that button, then you're okay. That will still close properly, but that's still really annoying. I didn't even know that was the close button. My wife didn't even know that was the close button when I showed her it. So yes, look, if there's one thing I want to try to tell people here on this channel that you can learn from me. I spent I spent like 6 months, I believe, just daily when I started this channel, daily just recording what I was doing. And you could see me slowly burning out over time after that. And then I took, a 7-month hiatus, right? Then I came back even though I was sick, and at probably one of my lowest points physically in a while. Even then, I went about 2-3 months, and then I took another 7-month hiatus. I came back completely fresh, ready to go, but even then, I realized that things are going to change, and my brain cannot handle doing the same thing over and over. So even though I would like to do a beer money review twice a month, 3 times a month sometimes, I can't do that. I know my limitations. I want to do an Atlas Earth video, more often than not. Again, I gotta know my limitations as well. Same with the beer money apps. I have I'm actively a part of like 15, 20 beer money apps, but there have been times where I just go completely inactive. When's the last time I went on Amazon MTurk? Right? It's because, again, I got other things I want to do to keep myself from getting burnt out from this. There will be a time I will go back and start just doing nothing but beer money apps. But I'm still recovering, and I'm trying to take things easy because of that. So yes, when it comes to Atlas Earth, when it comes to any beer money app I talk about on this channel, my PSA to you is don't get obsessed with it. Don't burn yourself out to a point that you don't even want to look at the app anymore. Okay? Now, I am posting this video a little early, and I'm going to just let this run until Monday. And on Monday, I got a new video out, and we're going to start a Monday and Wednesday schedule. I also will have a Beer Money Brew coming out 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. tonight and 10 to 11 a.m. tomorrow. So it's going to be 10 to 11 a.m. on Saturday just for this week. If it works out, I might keep doing 10 to 11 a.m., but I'm not entirely sure about that yet. But yeah, we'll figure out the proper time for that one. It's still a work in progress, the Beer Money Brews. As y'all know, I'm always trying to change and try to figure out the best way to kind of cater to my entire audience, all of y'all here. Anyway, yeah, y'all, I'm going to be dealing with some personal family stuff, and this is probably going to be the last one too, thankfully. this time actually for good. So, yeah, I'm going to be taking the weekend after the Beer Money Brew from 10 to 11 a.m. off, and then I'll be seeing you all on Monday with a new video. So, also, tell you what, if you get burned out of Atlas Earth, as I said earlier, you don't even have to watch Beer Money Engine. I have a second channel, Pharaoh Silver, and I'm going to put a video at the very end of this, and if you want to check it out, go right on ahead. And if you don't, hey, that's cool too. But just please, please, please don't burn yourself out on this game. All right, Atlas Earth is not worth it. If Atlas Earth is burning you out, stop playing. This is Pharaoh Silver signing out. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.